This is fun, Blair. Lunch at the country club, and it's not even somebody's birthday. You look sad. Are you sad, Blair?
Yeah, Mama, I've been a little sad, and that's why I wanted to bring you here for lunch. I got something to tell you. I got some bad news.
What is it, Blair? Did you lose another baby?
No, Mama. My marriage to Todd, it's over. We had a really bad fight, and we're gonna have to get a divorce now, okay?
But he's so good to you. He loves you, Blair. You ought to make it up with him, Blair, and be happy.
No, Mama. Todd and I will never get back together, okay?
You know, driving over here in the car, you might as well have been in Texas. You got a problem?
Yeah, kind of.
Want to share it?
Last night, I asked Daniels, you know, the researcher for the science section, to get me some material on dissociative identity disorder. Learn more about what's going on with Mom.
And? Kevin. Hey, talk to me.
Practically every article said that DID was linked to early childhood abuse, physical and sexual. Dad, you gotta tell me, is that what happened to Mom?
How do you like my new office? It's lovely, yes.
Vicki, you seem upset.
Well, I suppose I am, yes. I chaired the fundraising drive to build this Buchanan wing for the hospital. Now I'm in the psychiatric ward. But I'm feeling a lot more comfortable, and it's much closer to home. My family can visit me, so.
It's important for you to feel safe here. Do you feel safe?
Sure, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Today I'd like to go over a few things, some events of the past few months, and see if we can make some sense of them. And maybe we can begin to figure out why your personality fragmented to begin with. Vicki, it's all right. I won't go into anything that will hurt you. Can we begin?
Is my brother okay? Is something wrong?
Your brother is fine, for now. But I am here about Christian, and there is something very wrong.
Mi hermano. What's wrong with Christian?
Your old neighborhood, Angel Square, is turning into a war zone. Number of guns on the street, it's increasing. The drugs. The arrows and the prize, they're out for blood again. One of Christian's friends got shot. And I'm afraid that if we don't do something to stop it, Christian could be next.
He wasn't bothering you. Why don't you guys just chill out? Why don't you shut your mouth, Desaldo?
You mean a paper, Velasquez?
Hey, man, why don't you go buy your own? You want to read it so bad? Oh, my fault. You can't read.
You gonna let him diss you like that?
Oh, man, don't disrespect me, Eddie, man. Now, I asked you nicely. Now, give it here, man. Right here.
Looks like my homie wins the megabucks.
That's right, bro. Looks like the Arrows are gonna win the lotto.
You like back off, all right?
Come on, give me it, man. You gonna make me, man? Huh?
I just told you to back off. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Chris, what do you think? Which one of these sanganos should I pop first?
I know that I need therapy, yes, and I know it was very helpful before, you know, but then, of course, I only had to deal with Nicky Smith before, but
Go on. Tell me what you're feeling right now, Vicky.
I'm so afraid. I go into an absolute panic at the thought of everything that's happened to me over the past year and all the time that I lost.
Well, that's completely normal. But I want to assure you we'll go slowly. There'll be no pressure.
Okay. Go ahead. Where do we start?
Tell me, what do you remember about these past few months?
Not very much. I went to see Dorian in January. We had a fight, and then it was Valentine's Day. Oh, I looked down, and clothes I was wearing, I'd never even seen them before. And then Clint was there. He was in the library at Landfair, and he was talking about things that I'd said and done. I had absolutely no memory of any of it, and I got absolutely petrified because I thought for sure that Nicky Smith had come back. And so I called Renee for help, and she came over and we talked, and that's all I remember until the fire. All of a sudden, I was standing outside my house. My house was burning. And I heard Jessica inside the house, and she was screaming for help. And I knew I had to help my daughter, and then I woke up in the hospital, and Dorian was there. And she gave me the newspaper, and it said it was June. And I couldn't believe it. I mean, how could I lose so much time?
Let's go back to the night of the fight with Dorian. Do you remember what the fight was about?
The fight, yeah. Well, it was about a lot of things. I was very angry with Dorian. I was very angry because Dorian had seduced my son, Joey. And I know she did it just to spite me. And then I found out that she was involved in some sort of plot with David Vickers. See, I think that they falsified the evidence that cleared her in my father's death. And so I accused her of that.
You went to her feeling very angry that night?
Angry, yeah. Well, I was upset. I was very, very upset. There's something else happened, you see. Dorian said something to me, or I don't know what it was. I keep trying to remember what it was, and I can't, and it's so frustrating.
Do you want to remember?
Yes. Yes, of course I want to remember. I mean, I have to make sense out of all of this, don't I?
Because there's a possibility that one of your parts may have that memory.
Is that what they're called, my parts?
Well, we can call them whatever you want. But if you want, there may be a way for you to access that information for yourself. But you have to decide that you really want that information. Do you want to work towards this?
I didn't want to lay this on you on top of everything else. But since you asked, yeah. I found out from one of your mother's other personalities that she was abused. And it started when she was very young. Your mother has no memory of it. In fact, all these other personalities got started in the first place because she just couldn't handle it all.
So it's true.
Seems likely. Let's not say anything to Joey and Jessica, okay?
God. Hey, how old was she when the abuse started?
She was 7.
7? Yeah, how could anybody do that to an innocent little girl? It's unbelievable. It's sick. Any idea who did it? One of the servants? An older kid? I know Grandma died when Mom was little. But wasn't her father there to protect her? I mean, he was the all-powerful Victor Lord, right? Oh, my God. It wasn't Grandpa Victor. Mom was abused by her own father.
There's no chance Todd and I will ever get back together, Mama. That's why I've hired an attorney. Then we'll be going to court and splitting up our property, and I'll see how much money I'll get.
Well, does that mean I'll have to move out of St. Anne's?
No, Mama. No matter what happens, I'll make sure that you can stay there with the sisters and all your friends. You'll be safe, okay?
What about you, Blair? Will you be safe?
Yeah, Mama, I'll be fine. As long as we have each other to take care of each other, right?
That must be the trouble that Max was talking about.
What do you mean, Mama?
When I talked to Max in the park, he said he needed me to tell him your secrets so he could help you. Max was trying to help you, wasn't he, Blair?
Place looks great, Dylan.
Thank you.
I'm gonna tell you what, honey, you have done such a great job with this place. But you know what? You could need another lock on the front door.
1 second.
Listen, I gotta get to a meeting. When you finish up with your brother, why don't you come on over to the country club and have a little lunch with me, say in about an hour or so?
Well, you know what? I got a better idea than that. Why don't we skip lunch and have a chamomile bath? I'm gonna tell you what, honey, I sure did enjoy our time together the other night at the Mountain Lodge. But you know what I'm even happier about? How we're on the same wavelength about Blair.
Well, that feud with Blair was a waste of energy and time. But it's over now. I got better things to do.
This meeting wouldn't be about checking on a loan to upgrade the spa now, would it?
Well, now Serenity Springs must stay competitive. We will hash this out over lunch. You'll see it my way.
I bet.
Gotta go.
Yeah.
Keep up the good work, Dylan.
Hey, thanks, Max. See you later.
Sweetheart, this place looks so good. I'm so impressed with it. And you know, you've gotten the gang members all playing basketball together.
Well, now, they haven't exactly signed a peace treaty, but, you know, if it can make a difference with one kid, it'll be worth it.
Well, it sounds like you have made a difference with somebody.
Yeah, with one kid, maybe.
Put this look away. Put it away. Put that thing away, Eddie. Well, ¿sabe qué? I got the power now, and the arrows ain't gonna touch me.
Javier should have smoked him when he tagged our wall.
Next time, we're gonna aim for your head, Eddie. I guess I gotta aim for your butt, because that's where your brains are.
Pride's got no respect.
What you did, man, you just signed your tombstone. That's what you did, man. You just tagged it. Hey, come on, let's go, man. Wait. You and your crew don't come near me or my brothers, or your mommies are gonna have to buy all of you. some new caskets.
Come on, bro. Let's go. Get those sánganos. Vámonos, man.
Christian was a little standoffish at first, but finally started coming around, playing a little basketball, started beating me at some games of one-on-one, bringing his friends in, and, well, we started talking, and sometimes he'd even ask my advice on things.
Well, honey, it sounds like you are doing such a good job.
Well, yeah, I do. I care about Christian because his family, they've had it pretty rough. See, his older brother, he's in jail. He killed somebody.
Well, you are showing him a better future. Good for you, baby brother.
Well, hopefully if things work out, Christian will end up like his brother.
Dude, we lost him, man. I think they turned out Esperanza. Hey, man, put that gun away, man. I showed those losers, man. I showed them that the prize rule, amigo. Man, would you put that gun away before a cop sees you? Yo, man, you know the arrows are gonna come after you for that paper. It's $5,000, man. Your brothers are to protect me from the arrows, all right? Man, don't be stupid. Just listen to me, all right? Look, I'll put it in a safe place. Just give it to me. Give it to me. Thanks for hanging with me, Chris. Man, you're a good friend, but you should run with the prize, man. Yeah, look, just be careful, all right? Go home. Go home.
The kid who was shot, Eddie Velasquez, he was one of Christian's best friends.
Look, Commissioner, you're not telling me something I don't know. I know Eddie was shot. I also know that Javier Perez shot him. And I also know that the cops didn't do anything about it. Why all of this sudden interest in Los Pobrecitos in Angel Square?
Because I care about what happens in my town. Just like you care about what happens to your kid brother. You want Christian to end up on your cell block, Antonio? Because that is exactly what could happen if these gang wars continue. You see, these kids have a hard time standing alone. And you, of all people, you have got to know where joining a gang can lead you. So you know about Eddie being shot. Did you know your house was trashed a few months ago? It's probably the arrows. Aren't you worried about your mother?
Look, you leave her out of this, okay?
Fine. What about Christian? Christian is out there on the streets, with the gangs, with the drugs, with the drive-by shootings. He needs somebody to stand up for him, somebody to give him some advice, somebody to protect him. Now, the police, we can't be there all the time, but you could be, Antonio.
How am I gonna protect my kid brother when I'm locked up in this hellhole?
What if you weren't locked up? What if I said you're free to go home?
What exactly did Max say to you, Mama?
He said he needed to know the secret you had from Todd so he could help you.
Help me.
Did I do bad? Max was always my friend.
I told you not to trust him. Mama, wait. I'm sorry. Mama, look. He just fooled you, that's all. He just fooled you.
But I know he wanted to help you, Blair. He said so. And when I told him how you tried to get Todd to marry you with the pretend baby, he was very surprised.
I'll bet.
He said he didn't know what he was going to do, but I know he wanted to help you. Oh, Max.
Yeah. Help me go to hell in a handbasket.
What, Blair? I'm sorry,
Mommy,
Blair.
Mommy, it's okay. Let's just forget about it, okay? Forget about it. Let's order our lunch.
I know Max is sorry, too. I know he wanted to help you. Don't you think he's sorry, Blair?
What's wrong? What's wrong?
Oh, it's the arrows, man. Oh, man, we're into it now, I'm telling you.
Hasta la vista, Luis.
Are you going somewhere, Eddie? That's it, bro. You've been asking for this for a long time, muchacha.
When you're able to tune in to what your parts are saying, we call that co-consciousness. And in my experience, people with parts or alters usually discover that the parts are holding information that can be very useful to them.
Wait a minute, what are you saying? You want me to lose control so that one of the other personalities can take over again?
No, that wouldn't be the goal at all. We want you to remain in charge and safe. But at some point, you may want to tune in to what your alters are saying. But this doesn't mean that you give up control, because you won't. You are what is known as the host personality. And if during our sessions here, one of your parts chooses to emerge, I would hope that you...
No, I don't want you contacting those other people. Not now, not ever.
One Life to Live will continue in a moment here on ABC.
I think we'll be okay in here, officer. The warden tells me you've got a parole hearing coming up pretty soon. He says that your record here at Statesville is pretty clean, so maybe they'll have some good news for you.
You're right. Nobody gets parole their first time up. Not with a murder rap. Es imposible.
Don't be too sure of that. You see, I've got some pull with the heavy hitters that are on that parole board. And if the commissioner of police from the Landview Police Department happened to write a letter in your behalf, I'm sure that it would go right to the top of the pile. I might be able to get the Lantano County DA to do the same thing.
Don't you tell me what your scam is.
This is no scam, Antonio. This deal is on the up and up.
Look, you're not giving me parole because you got a bleeding heart for Latino cons. You want something from me, Mr. Commissioner? Why don't you spit it out?
Max! Yoo-hoo, Max!
Mama, shh, no, they're calling over here.
We're having lunch at the country club, and it's not even somebody's birthday. Sit down, Max.
Hello, Addie. Blair.
Mama was just filling me in on the little chat you had with her in the park the other day, Max.
Let's not do this, please.
Why don't we tell Addie The truth, huh? It's time she found out how you used her to deliberately to ruin my life.
No, Max never wanted to hurt you, Blair.
Oh, yes, he did, Mama. True confession time, Max. Why don't you tell Mama your whole vicious plan?
You know, I just don't understand how my grandfather, the founder of the Banner, the war hero, the great philanthropist, Victor Lord, could have abused his own daughter.
Kevin, I don't understand it either. I've still got a knot in my stomach, and I've known about it for weeks.
Dad, you've been carrying this around for weeks, alone?
I told your Uncle Bo.
No wonder Mom's been so hell-bent about burning down the Banner and Land Fair and Grandpa Victor's secret room. Wait a minute. Is that where he...
Most likely.
You know, this is so twisted. Well, now I can finally believe Todd Manning is Victor Lord's son. Two of a kind. It's amazing she survived.
Well, don't forget, she had all those other personalities trying to protect her. Oh, she still doesn't know about this. You can't let on to her, okay? And don't forget, I don't want you to say anything to Joey or Jessica either.
Don't worry, I won't. God, how's Mom ever going to come to terms with what her own father did to her?
I don't want to know, you see. I mean, I don't really care what they have to say. And I certainly don't want a bunch of strangers running my life.
They're not strangers, Vicky. They're part of you. And until you begin to accept...
No, I can't, all right? I've already lost so much time. I can't lose any more. I just can't. See, every time it happens, it's like you're dying. Only worse. And then you wake up, and all that time, well, it's just gone. It's gone. And if I lose it here in these sessions with you, I mean, what if it's months or years before I wake up as myself, you know? Or what if I never wake up as myself? See, I can't let that happen to me. I just can't.
But, Vicky, don't you see it's already happening? You're already losing it, losing time. And until you begin to deal with what's happening, this is going to continue.
I'm sorry, I can't do it. I just can't do it. See, if one of those other personalities takes over again, then...
Then what? Besides losing time, what is it you're afraid of?
I did awful things. They said I did. I hit Kevin, you know. I knocked him out. And I guess I wanted to kill Clint in the mausoleum. I burned my own house down. And then I kidnapped. I don't want to hurt anybody anymore.
I don't want you to hurt anyone either, including yourself. But as long as the parts are able to take control without your permission and without even your knowledge, people around you are going to continue to be at risk. Sooner or later, we have to know who we're dealing with. Then maybe we can begin to answer some of the questions, such as what caused your condition. I know this is going to be difficult for you, Vicky, but you have to face the others and hear their stories. Are you willing to try?
I don't understand. Will somebody please tell me what's going on?
I did a bad thing, Eddie. I told you that I was going to use that information you gave me to help Blair. But I didn't use it to help Blair. In fact, it ended up hurting her instead.
What did you do?
Todd made me very angry. And I told him the truth about Blair's secret, that she was pretending to be pregnant. How she tricked him into marrying her for his money.
You lied to me, Max. That was mean. Oh, I think I have to sit down.
Why did you put your mother through that?
Oh, you didn't bother sparing her the other day at the park, did you? There's no limit to how low you will go, is there?
She may as well be a child, and she trusted you.
I admitted I was wrong. What more do you want?
I want you to know how it hurts. The way that you hurt my mother, the way that you hurt me, and the way that you hurt Todd.
I want you to know how it feels to have someone deliberately ruin your life.
I take it you and Todd split up.
Todd walked down on me for good. But that was all part of your plan, wasn't it, Max? God, and you must feel proud to see me suffer.
Believe me, I am not gloating over this. I truly believe the secret was about Melidor, and I feel real lousy about what this has done to your mother. And if there's any way I can make that
Max, you make me sick. You're slime. And you deserve everything that you are gonna get, because I can promise you, you and your little family are gonna pay for what you did to me.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Antonio. My department needs help. Someone inside the LPD impound is supplying confiscated guns and drugs to the gangs in Angel Square. You must have read about it in the newspapers.
Yeah. The Sun says you're involved in a cover-up.
Todd Manning. Todd Manning has been printing lies about me from day one.
Well, let me tell you something, Mr. Law and Order. The 5-0, they're always on the take.
That's not most cops. Most cops are putting their lives on the line every day. There's a few bad apples that are giving my department a bad name. And they are also endangering the good, honest, hard-working people in Angel Square, including your family. Now, I've had internal affairs working overtime on this case. So far, we can't nail it down.
You ain't never gonna break the thin blue line. So what's this got to do with my parole?
What I need is somebody with a certain reputation from your neighborhood. Somebody who is connected to the gangs. Somebody that will work undercover with us to find out who's selling those guns.
Wait a second here. You want me to be a snitch?
You work for us, you work for your entire neighborhood. You do the right thing, Antonio, and you walk away free and clear.
Forget it. I ain't never selling out to the pigs who put me in here.
Well, then if I was you, I would get real comfortable in here, amigo, because you're liable to be locked up here for a long, long time. Guard! You think about my offer. Antonio, you call it working for the pigs, but if you work for us, if you help us clean up Angel Square, you get those confiscated guns off the street and get that gang situation under control again, then the life that you may save, that could very well be your kid brother, Christian.
I cut through the alley. The Arrows have posses in every corner, man, and they're out to start trouble.
Like, where's Eddie now?
I told him to go home. I mean, I told him that I would put this for him in a safe place. Dylan, could you hold on to this until tomorrow so that Eddie could cash in on the prize?
Sure. Look, if Eddie pulled a 38 on the arrows, you know, what's wrong with him, huh? Why is Eddie such a hothead?
I don't know. I don't know, man. Look, I told him to go home, lock the doors, and that if anything happens, just call the cops.
What, you think he will? Nobody in this neighborhood trusts a cop.
Well, he'd better if he knows what's good for him. Eddie! Eddie!
I understand what you're saying about my therapy and how it has to move forward, and I do. I want to find out what made me my mind split off the way it did.
So you're willing to try?
Well, I'll try. Yes. I mean, if you want me to get in touch with these parts, I mean, I'll try.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. I mean, I have to get better. I have to, for my family. So, how do we start?
Well, it's not a question of my hypnotizing you or bringing your other parts out. Therapy consists of you and me working together with your parts.
What am I supposed to do?
You don't have to do anything. Let's first talk a little bit about trust. Now, I have something here I'd like you to read. You might find it valuable at some point. It was written by another patient of mine. You don't have to read it now, just now. In fact, I'm going to see if there's some coffee out there. Would you like some?
What do you want?
I'm not sure I know who you are. Have we met?
Man, I could use a drink. You got anything here?
Are you Jean?
Oh, come on.
The one I heard about, or are you someone else?
Blair, just stop it. Max knows what he did was wrong. He's really, really sorry.
Just shut up, Luna.
Oh, great.
You both act like you're so smug. Like you all won it all and I'm the big loser. Well, I may have lost my baby. And maybe now I've lost my husband. But I hope you two lose even more. I hope that you lose something so precious that you never, ever recover from it. Get out of my way.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry you had to walk in on that. Don't pay her any attention.
Well, she said it just sent a horrible chill down my spine.
Don't worry about it. She's just shooting off her mouth. We don't have anything to worry about now. Everything's going to be okay.
The arrows, man.
Man. They tried to waste me, man.
Hey, don't talk, man, all right? Just breathe, all right? Just breathe. All right, come on. Just breathe, all right?
Hey. Oh, call 911. The ambulance will be here in just a second.
Oh, Dylan, man, that looks pretty bad, man.
Get away from him, man.
I'm not done with it yet.
Oh, yes, you are.
Ibera tonto. Okay, I'll just cut you instead.
Tonight, Urkel takes the cheer out of Laura when he tries to protect her from the amorous advances of her cheerleading partner. Now someone has to protect Urkel from the wrath of Laura. Family Matters will have you cheering. Then, Eric wants to go to Europe, but he must move up to a B average to get there. Will he pay more attention to his grades or to his hot-looking tutor? Don't miss Boy Meets World. Will Miguel and Brenda fess up when they're confronted about their relationship? Stay tuned for General Hospital, following an ABC News Brief next.